All right, welcome back to the Stoke View. We're talking all things travelling to Plymouth and seeing a last-minute winner as a sickener for your team. We're going to talk about substitutions. We're going to talk about Alex Neil, of course we are, and we're going to talk about Lewis Baker as well. We're going to do all that with our fantastic Stokey. How are you, Liam?
I am absolutely over the moon, Mark.
I tell you what, there's probably no worse ground to go to than Plymouth away to see a last minute concede a last minute winner. Is it?
No.
Are you okay? Are we okay to talk?
We're okay to talk. I've got to try and maintain a bit of normality and not fizz off onto a rant,
Okay.
which is bubbling with every single Stoke fan there is at the minute, but it's not
Yeah,
good at the minute.
I mean it's crazy, isn't it? How football turns because only probably 2 months ago we put a video out that I think we can still see it on YouTube, which is entitled "How Good Are Stoke Right Now?" 4 games, 4 clean sheets, 5 unbeaten, and then was it 9 conceded now and 3 straight defeats? Can you put your finger on what it is? Is it personnel, or were you just playing 4 teams that just at the right time in that sequence?
Yeah, I think it's purely right time. I mean, if you remember rightly, at that point on that video, you said to me that we had some easier fixtures coming up, and I said that's a problem for Stoke. Um, Anybody who wants to sit back and it's on the counter can do it at free will. Um, the Leeds game back in, they missed a penalty. The only good game in that run we had was Middlesbrough away, and the 5 games unbeaten soon turned to 5 games without a win.
Yeah, I mean Blackburn, QPR, and now Plymouth. And it's fair to say Stoke had their chances in that game at Plymouth, didn't they? I mean
Yeah,
this wasn't a battering by any sense. This could have gone either way. It's fair enough, isn't it?
yeah. I think we edged the first half, but like typical, like it's been under Neil for his whole time here, we have 5 or 6 chances, can't put them away. Plymouth come the other end, put one off, decent ball into the box in the back of the net. Kieran Clark, super experienced defender at this level, absolute shambles at the back.
Yeah. I mean, I can't believe I'm going to ask you this next question because I don't think 6 weeks ago I'd be asking it. But on QPR beating Preston and Sheffield Wednesday, then obviously beating Blackburn, and you coming out that ground and obviously knowing both those results, are you Stoke looking over their shoulder at a potential relegation dogfight?
I think we've been looking over a shoulder pretty consistently for the past few years. Um, there's always been a thing that the 3 teams are worse than us in the league, but we're getting to a point now that once again we've spent the most behind Leicester. I think we've spent the most money again this season, and we're once again looking over a shoulder.
I remember all those Stoke posts on social media in August. Look at all our new signings.
Mm.
This is going to be the season. We're going to be in the playoffs. I mean, you had that fantastic light show which we joked about. You then beat Leeds. Yes, okay, Bamford's penalty didn't go in, but you were on. Everything was on the up, and now you face Sheffield Wednesday in what's a must-win game for certainly for
Y-
your manager anyway.
Yeah. So he's done this a few times now, Neil. A couple of times. You remember that really good month to 5 weeks we had last season where he battered a load of teams, papered over the cracks. Then we barely won a game after that. Feel like he's done it again this season. He's had his 3 wins. It's just back again. I mean, let's be honest. We're quite torn. A lot of Stoke fans are quite torn with it because could a different manager do a better job? Without a doubt. Do we trust the board to get a manager in who'll do the job? No, because it's consistently poor manager appointments. It's hard to justify with finishing bottom half of the championship every season that we are quite a big club and promotion is the aim. And we've bought in 4 managers now who just aren't up to the job.
Yeah, and is it his in-game management that's really baffling the fans? Because again,
Yeah,
the playing for a draw against Plymouth and then the tactic of long ball without a target man, and I think he substituted the only kind of player which was showing any kind of attacking promise on Saturday. Is it those kind of decisions rather than the results which are now completely alienating the fans against
yeah. Well,
Alex on it?
I don't want to go on too long about it and take up all your show. But if you look at the Blackburn game, they could have scored 2 before they went 1-0 up, and they went 1-0 up after 3 minutes. And then they they took a forward off and put a defender on when he was injured and went pretty much six at the back, which I'm all for. Growing up watching Tony Pulis, put six at the back, make him break us down. And we had the tactic if we had Ben Pearson holding onto the ball and trying to draw him out, why are they going to come out and put and press you when they're 1-0 up and don't need to? QPR, Bay Jun Ho, who's probably been the only bright spark, and Tyrese Campbell were our key players. We went down to 10 men. He subbed them both off at the same time and put two more forwards on. Why wouldn't you put a defender on when you're down to 10 men and 2-1 up? You'd go five at the back, surely. And then Plymouth, he carries on talking about this front foot football that we're going to have. There's only one team in the second half who wanted to win the game. It was Plymouth. You can see it coming a mile away.
Yeah, and for the fans that have travelled, what 10 hours, isn't it? 12-hour round trip. That's just not good enough. And is it true that some players walked straight off the pitch? The manager as well didn't even go over to the fans. I don't know how true that was, but
yeah. So I didn't see it myself while I was there, but Alex Neil apparently just walked straight down the tunnel, didn't acknowledge the fans. Josh Laron, who's team captain, it's been taken off him while he's been injured, but apparently he got into an argument on the pitch with fans, and then there was rumours and some videos of fans falling out with the players at the train station after, which is just it's unacceptable, really. I mean, you can voice your opinions at the stadium, that's fine, you pay your money, but then taking it away from the ground and that's nobody wants to see that.
No, not at all. On a positive, Lewis Baker off the bench. How good was it to see that?
Yeah, nice team. I give him a bit of stick at the end of last season because he wasn't performing, and then felt kind of bad because it come out that he was playing with a knee injury and had to have an operation. But like you say, you won one away at Plymouth. Coming out of there with a point is not the worst result.
Yeah, no.
Lewis Baker's barely trained, so why are you putting somebody who's had no tactical influence with the team whatsoever and putting him in centre midfield? I don't get it. He's running out of time, to be honest.
Yeah, it's a matter of when now, not if, isn't it?
Well, if he beats Sheffield Wednesday, he's going to have a thing of, well, you should be beating Sheffield Wednesday. No results are given, but that's what the fans will say. If he wins, he should be. If he loses, but if Sheffield Wednesday go 1-0 up, it's really going to turn awful down there.
Yeah, those wins whipping around the Bet365 are going to turn toxic, aren't they? We'll get some predictions. Just a quick word on your draw, FA Cup draw against Brighton. A game you look forward to, or was that the worst possible draw?
We had them last year in I think it was the fourth round. They beat us 1-0, and we played quite well, but they were never out of first gear.
Yeah.
I remember watching Caicedo. It was the first time I'd ever seen him before he moved to Chelsea, and he just toyed with our entire front line. So no, I'm not happy about that. I'm not happy about football. I hate everything more.
Oh my goodness! You should go back and watch those videos of a month ago. See how happy you
Yeah.
were then. Yeah. All right, let's bring in Andrew and his bear to get some predictions on this one. Just take a second. All right, it's a big game for Stoke then. This one, Stoke against Sheffield Wednesday. Liam, what's your score prediction? Given everything you've watched over the last 2 weeks.
I'm going to go 1-0 Stoke, and I don't know why. I feel he needs the result, but honestly, Mark, I don't know. I'm going to go 1-0 Stoke and just leave it at that.
All right, mate. Roll ball is hitting the Bet365. Andrew, what are you going with?
The score? Yeah, he's a very brave man there, going for a Stoke win, considering they haven't won for 6 matches. And we are playing them at the right time. Trust me, this is it. As I told you before the Leicester game and before Blackburn, we are on our way. If you watch that first half against Leicester, you'd think we were the top of the league and they were bottom of the league. If you watch it, trust me, that's how well we were playing. We could have been 3 up in the first 10 minutes. You're in for a big surprise, Stoke City, on Saturday, and I'm going for a 2-0 win for Wednesday.
Right, nice one. All right, we'll catch you both next week. Cheers, fellas.
Cheers.